this is Miss Red. I hope everyone had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. So today is Tuesday, September 8th, and we're going to be going over some more solving equations with variables on both sides because I know some of you have been struggling with it. So while I'm making this video and you're watching it, you're going to go ahead and follow along with the assignment or the notes portion of the solving equations with variables on both sides, day 2. And then after that, you're going to work on the assignment that goes along with it. So if you click on today's date, Tuesday, September 8th, it'll bring you up with this assignment. You're just going to click on it. And you do that, you're going to click on the link again, and it'll look like this. So this first page is your notes, and that's going to be worth 5 points, so make sure you're following along with me. And then the second page is going to be your assignment, which is worth another 5 points. But before we go ahead and get started, I want to mention something real fast because I've noticed that a lot of you are missing some assignments. So to check to make sure if you've turned your assignments in, because I know a lot of you have completed them but haven't technically turned them in. So if you go to activities and then assignments, and it's taking a hot minute to load here, but over here, mine says view work, but yours will say hand in. So if you go ahead and click on that for any assignment, you'll just click on it, and then you would hit attach from Google Drive. And then once you do that, a little green check mark will appear next to it. Alright, so all of your assignments here should have this green check mark right about here if you turn them in. So make sure you get those turned in. So you just hit hand in and then attach from Google Drive. But let's go ahead and get started on the notes. Alright, so like last week, I'm solving equations with variables on both sides. So I have variables on the equal sign. So my steps are going to be the same. So what I like to do is I like to break up my two sides. And I have my left side and my right side. So I just draw a line down the equal sign. And then I look at each side individually. So I'm going to start with the left. And then I want to distribute or combine where possible. Well, on the left, I can distribute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have 3 times 1, and that's 3. And then I do 3 times negative 3x, which is negative 9x equals. I can't do anything else on the left because I can't combine these. So now I'm going to distribute on the right. So I do 2 times negative 4x, that's negative 8x. And I do 2 times 7, and that's a positive 14. Alright, so now I can't do anything else on the left and the right. And remember, I can't combine over the equal sign. So what I want to do next is get all my variables on one side. So I have this negative 9x here, and this negative 8x here. Now normally I want to move the smaller one just to keep things positive, so I have a less of a risk of making a sign error. But if you prefer to move the smaller or prefer to move the bigger one, it'll work too. So I look at my numbers. I have a negative 9x and a negative 8x. Well, negative 9x is going to be smaller than negative 8x. So I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to add 9x to both sides to make this 0. And then over here on the left, we'll for 3 equals negative 8, positive 9. Those are different signs. So I'm going to subtract my numbers. 9 minus 8 is 1. X, and then I keep the sign of the larger. So 9's bigger, so I'm going to stay positive. And then I still have my plus 14. Now I just solve. So I'm going to look at the side with the x. I'm going to undo my adding 14 by subtracting 14. And I get x equals 3, negative 14, different signs. So I'm going to subtract. 14 minus 3 is 11. And then I'm going to keep the sign of the larger number. So 14's bigger, so I'm going to stay negative. So that would be my final answer. Alright, so now let's look at number 2. So I'm going to draw my line down the equal side. I got the left side and the right side. On the left, I can't combine or distribute, so this is going to stay. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. And then on the right, I can distribute because I have this set of parentheses. So I multiply the number outside to everything inside. So 7 times negative 2 is going to be negative 14. And then I do 7 times 2, so it's positive 14. Alright, I still have my equal sign. Now I look and I have an n on the left and an n on the right. So I want to get them all on one side so that I can solve it like normal. So when I do that, I'm going to usually move the smaller ones. So negative 14 is smaller than 4. So since it's negative, I'm going to add 14 n's to both sides. And this will make this 0, right? Because these are different signs, so subtract 14 minus 14 is 0. I still got my 14 over here equals, and then I'm going to combine like terms on the left. So 4n plus 14n, that's 18n, minus 40 equals 14. I'm going to add, oh sorry, shoot, my bad. I'm going to add 40 to both sides, and I get 18n equals 14 plus 40 is 54. So I'm going to divide by 18 on both sides, and I get n equals 3. Alright, now perfect. So let's work on number 3. So I have my left side, I have my right side. So on the left, I can combine. So I have a negative 7x and a negative 3x. They both have x's and just the one x, so I can combine them. They have the same signs, so I'm going to add 7 plus 3 is 10, so I have 10x. And since they were same sign, I'm going to keep the sign, so they're going to stay negative. And I have plus 2 equals, and over here on the right, I can't combine these, right, because this 8 over here doesn't have an x, and I can't distribute because I don't see any parentheses. So I'm just going to rewrite this on the right-hand side. And now I look, and I notice that I have my x's on both sides. So I'm going to move my smaller one. Negative 10 is going to be smaller, right, because it's worse to lose $10 than to lose 8. So this is a negative. I'm going to add 10 to both sides, 10x. Okay. So this would be 0. Over here, I still have 2 equals negative 8, positive 10. Those are different signs. So I'm going to subtract 10 minus 8 is 2. So I got my x, and then I look at my numbers, and I'm going to keep the sign of the larger number. So 10's bigger, so I'm going to stay positive, and then I still got my minus 8. And now I'm just going to solve this like a normal two-step equation. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. And then over here, I still have 2x equals 2 plus 8. That's 10. And then to undo this multiplication, I'm going to divide. And I get x equals 5. Alright, so now I'm going to look at number 4. So on my left side, I can distribute. So I'm going to distribute this positive 4, making sure to distribute the sign out in front to everything inside the parentheses. I'm going to drop down this negative 8n. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And I have my n equals negative 6n minus 14. Well, on the left, I can take it a step farther because I can combine like terms because I have this negative 8n and this positive 20n. So when I combine those, I notice that they have different signs. So I'm going to subtract my numbers. So 20 minus 8, that's going to be 12n. And then 20 is bigger, so I'm going to keep the sign attached to the 20. So it's going to be positive plus 4 equals negative 6n minus 14 still because I can't do anything on the right. So now I look and I notice that I have n's on both sides of my equation. And so in order to solve, I have to get them on the same side. And normally I just want to move the smaller one. So negative 6n is smaller than a positive 12, right? Because a negative is always going to be smaller than a positive. So since it's negative, I'm going to add 6n to both sides, right? And these don't cancel each other out because if you think about it, they're different signs. So subtract 6 minus 6 is 0. So over on the right here, I'm left with negative 14 equals 12n plus 6n. That's going to be 18n. I still got my plus 4. And now I'm going to solve by doing the opposite. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And I get 18n equals negative 14 minus 4. Same sign. So I'm going to add 14 plus 4 is 18. And since it's the same, I'm going to keep the sign. Divide by 18 on both sides. And I get n equals negative 1. And it was negative because these two are different signs. And oops, I ran out of room there. My bad. Alright, now 5 looks tricky because I have this fraction. I know fractions freak a lot of people out, but it's really not that bad. So I'm going to just do my same steps. So I'm going to draw my line down the equal side. I can't do anything on the left, but on the right, I can distribute this half. So I'm distributing half. Since the numerator is 1, it's the same as dividing by 2, or you can think about it as taking half your number. So half of 16 is going to be 8. So I got my K. Plus half of 64 is going to be 32. Or I could have divided each of these by 2, because 16 divided by 2 is 8. 64 divided by 2 is 32. And on the left, I still have the same thing. So 38 plus 7K. And I notice that I have K's on both sides. So I'm going to move my smaller one. So I'm going to subtract 7K from both sides. 7K minus 7K, well, that's 0. On the left, I still got that 38. 8K minus 7K, 8 minus 7 is 1. So I got my K plus 32. Now I'm going to subtract 32 from both sides. I get K by itself, and I get K equals 38 minus 32. That's going to be 6. Perfect. Alright, so now if I'm looking at number 6, on my left I can distribute. So I'm going to take a fourth of my numbers. Taking a fourth is the same as dividing by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is going to give me 1x. And then minus 32 divided by 4 is 8 equals 6x plus 2. And I have x's on both sides, and I'm going to give them the same sign. So I'm going to move my 1x, and it's positive. So to get it to 0, I have to subtract the 1x. Because when I'm moving terms to either side, I can only add or subtract. So over here, I'm left with negative 8 equals 6x minus 1x. That's going to be 5x. I still got my plus 2. And now I'm just going to solve like normal. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And now I have 5x equals negative 8 minus 2 are the same signs. So I'm going to add 8 plus 2 is 10. And I'm going to keep my sign. Now to get rid of the 5 attached to the x, to get x by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by what x is being multiplied by, which is 5. And I get x equals 10 divided by 5, that's 2. And these are different signs, so that'll be a negative 2. So that is how I do that. That's the end of the notes. So what you're going to do next is make sure that you get these copied down. And then I'll also attach the finished PDF onto our PowerSchool page for today. And then once you're done getting these notes completed, you're going to go ahead and complete this assignment right here. And then once you're done with that, you're going to complete any missing assignments. So any assignments that don't have that green check mark next to them. And then once that's all complete, I'm going to post a quizzes for extra practice so that way you can check your work. So if you would like to do that, do it for free. And I like quizzes just because you'll know right away if your answers are right or wrong. So if you need help, you can ask for it right away versus waiting for me to grade stuff and turn it back. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I love questions. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow.